Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Swift Kennedy and Company in Du Bois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Do you know an athlete who goes above and beyond in competition in their life? One who shows sportsmanship, compassion for others? The Brooks Huar Lebeter Sportsperson of the Year Award is made for them. The Brooks Huar Lebeter Sportsperson of the Year Award is for a high school athlete who has competed in at least one full season in either District 9 or District 10, and who displays the qualities of being a good person, leader, community-minded, and wanting to make a difference. To donate to the scholarship fund or to find out more about the award, go to yourdailylocal.com/BHL award.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And Du Bois Lanes on the Beeline in Du Bois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At Du Bois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. Du Bois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Welcome in a very pleasant good afternoon. Andy Close here for the YDL Sports Network. Tonight we have high school baseball powered by the Allegheny Grill in Falkburg. It's the Cathedral Prep Ramblers and the Warren Dragons in a Region 5 battle. And it looks like we're going to be starting a few minutes early, so we won't complain, but we'll get through our pregame stuff, including the starting lineups here right away. And first, for the visiting Cathedral Prep Ramblers, batting leadoff in center field, number 27, Nick Jackson, batting second and catching, number 22, Cole Constable, batting third, and at second base, Andrew Costello, number 6, batting cleanup, playing third base, number 7, Luke Costello, batting fifth and doing the pitching, number 17, Jason Holtz Jr., batting sixth, the first baseman, Braden Sprickman, batting seventh, number 11, in left field, Andrew Malik, batting eighth, in right field, number 1, John Cauchan, and batting ninth, and at shortstop, Joey Spano Jr. Jackson, Constable, Costello, Foltz, Sprickman, Malik, Cauchan, Spano for the Ramblers. For the Dragons, batting leadoff and doing the pitching, Ben Sella, batting second, number 33, shortstop, Connor Hoffman, batting third in left field, number 16, Anthony Barrett, batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 9, Owen Blum, batting fifth and doing the catching, number 6, Gio Alinsky, batting sixth in right field, number 8, Aiden Zadarko, batting seventh, and at third base, Archie Konchuk, batting eighth, C.J. Wyman, he'll be at first base, and batting ninth, and at second base, Brady Verdine. That's Soa, Hoffman, Arrett, Blum, Alinsky, Zadarko, Konchuk, Wyman, Verdine for the Dragons, who will line up defensively like this: Alinsky at catcher, catching Soa, Wyman at first, Verdine at second, Hoffman at short, Konchuk at third, Arrett in left, Farr in center, and Zadarko in right. Cathedral Prep coming in unblemished with a record of 14-0, 9-0 in Region 5. The Dragons check in 4-10, 2-9 in the region. Two teams met back on April the 15th, a 10-0 win for the Ramblers in 5 innings. And so glad you're joining us here this afternoon from Legion Complex here in North Warren as we get set to go again. First pitch, we're going to be a couple minutes early anyway, as the lefty Soa gets in his warm-up tosses. Again, just taking a look at some of the stats here for the Ramblers. Top 3 guys in their lineup. Nick Jackson checks in at team leading 481. Cole Constable at 429 and Andrew Costello at 447 for the Ramblers. So Jackson getting set to lead off for Cathedral Prep. His brother Luke also getting set to play here shortly as Slippery Rock Mercyhurst University plays down in Slippery Rock in the opening round of the PSAC Baseball Championships. They play Westchester. That's scheduled for a 4:30 p.m. first pitch there. Good luck to the Lakers as Nick Jackson gets set to step in here against Ben Sella. A little overcast here, but very pleasant temperature, about 70 degrees. As we get set to go, it'll be Sella against Jackson to lead things off here in the top of inning number 1. And the pitch that misses high for ball 1, and we are underway. It's Cathedral Prep game 1 in this Region 5 battle for Region 2. Oh, I'm sorry, that was a strike. 0-1. Thank you.
Hey, how you going?
0-1 to count on Jackson. That pitch misses high. That'll even things up. The ball and a strike on Jackson. Again, playing center field for the Rangers. And that misses well of a zone high. Jackson ahead in the count, 2 balls and a strike. In full constable will follow full press. When you look at some of the numbers for this Rambler team, they're impressive, and we'll touch on them as the game goes along. So let's set forth the 2-1. And that misses out of zone. So Jackson now ahead, 3 balls and a strike. What's that? 4-3-1. And that pitch misses. So 4 in a row out of the zone from Silla. And Jackson is aboard to lead things off. Here on the top of the first for the Ramblers, that'll bring Cole Constable to the plate. Prep to the direction of Josh Constable. Warren to the direction of Andrew Morrison. Constable, the Maryland commit, coming in hitting 429.
This Maryland. Oh, that's
Jackson
right.
got a decent lead over there at first, so lefty works from the stretch. Line and pitch, and that misses away. Ball 1, so that's now 5 in a row at the zone for Soa. Looks like first sign, check of the runner. First, that's Jackson. And there's a pickoff attempt, and Jackson back in plenty of time. Again, this Rambler team coming in with a record of 14 wins. 12 of those 14 wins by at least 6 runs. 6 by at least 10. As Constable here ahead in the count, 1 ball and strikes. Showing bunt. And Jackson takes off, ball out of the zone, throw down to second by Alinsky. Not nearly in time, goes into center field, and Jackson's going to end up at third. Stolen base and a throwing error has Jackson at third with no one out. And Constable ahead the count now, 2 balls and no strikes. Do you know the count on Constable? And that pitch misses again. And Constable way ahead of the count now, 3 balls and no strikes. Andrew Costello is on deck. So we're now looking for the windup, set for 3-0. And that misses ball 4. So runners now on the corners and no one out. That'll bring Andrew Costello to the plate. Costello, just a freshman, Wake Forest commit, coming in with a 447 average, a pair of homers, 4 doubles, 23 RBIs. Taking his time here now, working from the stretch against Costello playing second base. And the pitch, and that ball is skied into right, coming in Zadarko, going out. Verdine unable to make the play, and they're going to get the force out at second. A run comes home where the second baseman Verdine and the right fielder Zadarko kind of converge. And that ball was kind of hit into no man's land. But the result is a run crossing the plate in the form of Nick Jackson. Constable out at second. Will go down as an RBI through his choice for Andrew Costello. It's 1-0 threat. One away. Luke Costello will dig in. So from the stretch. And a pitch on the inner half for a strike. It's 0-1. Still the junior, also be hitting to Wake Forest. 0-1 the count on the Ramblers cleanup hitter. So let's check with the runner at first so he can wind in the pitch. And that misses inside, and that evens things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jason Foltz, the junior, the pitcher, is on deck. Ready for the 1-1. And pickoff attempt at first base. Costello back in plenty of time. Costello, the Rambler third baseman. Steps back in the box. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. That pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-2, and down to second on the stolen base goes Andrew Costello. So he's in the scoring position with 1 out, and the count 1-2 on Luke Costello. So up on the stretch. The 1-2. And that pitch well out of the zone. Alinsky had to go up and climb the ladder to get that one. That'll even things up. At 2 balls and 2 strikes on Luke Costello. So 2-2. And that pitch is popped up on the infield. Wyman into foul territory. Now back into fair territory. Makes the play, and there are 2 away. So that ball drifted over into foul territory, and then back into fair territory. Wyman able to stick with it and make the play for out number 2 to bring Colts to the plate. With 2 outs and a runner on second. And the runner takes off, and he was going to be there anyway as the throw goes over the head of the catcher, Alinsky. Costello now into third with 2 outs. Foltz coming in, hitting .463, team leading 6 home runs and 30 RBIs. A lot of impressive numbers up and down this lineup for Prep. So we're now working back in the windup, set for the 1-0. And that pitch is lined into right. Zadarko coming on, and he is unable to make the play. And coming in to score is Andrew Costello. It's 2-0 Prep, and Costello go down as an error. Zadarko kind of ball went in and out of his glove. Hit well, but he had a beat on it. And so Foltz now at second with 2 outs, and it's 2-0 Ramblers. Braden Spritman will step to the plate, first baseman. And we're going to get a courtesy runner here for Cathedral Prep. Leading 2-0, 2 outs here in the top of the first. And pickoff attempt, and that ball goes into center field. And so now runner on third. With two away here in the top of the first.
Hey, you.
Two away here in the top of the first.
I apologize for the audio. Hopefully that sounds better, folks. The runner on third, two away. Here's the wind and the pitch. Sprickman, that's in there for a strike. Runner on third, two away. Ramblers with 2 runs across here in the top of the first. Pitch, and that misses. Sprickman, 1 ball and 1 strike. Two away. Andrew Malik would bat next. Sprickman pops that, and that's going to go out of play. So 1-2 to count on Sprickman with 2 outs here in the top of inning number 1. With 2 outs here in the top of inning number 1. So 1-2 to count. Ramblers already have 2 runs across here in the top of the first. And that pitch misses in. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You've been on vacation or what?
You've been on vacation.
Here's the wind and the 2-2. And Sprickman spoils that one. It'll stay 2-2 on the Rambler first baseman. Again, Andrew Malik would hit next if Sprickman were able to reach.
Extra 3 months didn't hurt your throwing on it.
So up from the wind, set for the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and so it gets them to end the top of the first. But the Ramblers plate the pair. We head to the bottom of inning number 1. Your score, Cathedral Prep 2 and Warren nothing. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us to rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like Original Pan, Original Stuffed Crust, and more at PizzaHut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, but
Who's that one?
He won't pitch it for him.
Who's the one that's really good?
And welcome back as we get set for the start of the bottom of inning number 1. Cathedral Prep plating a pair of runs there in the top of the first. Take a 2-0 lead.
The most he hit against us in most years.
Due up for Warren, it will be Ben Soa, Connor Hoffman, and Anthony Arrett against Jason Fultz. Fultz comes in.
I was 9 yesterday.
Bring that back up here. Fultz comes in with a record
No, I hit 9 against Cole.
of 2-0 and a 3.82 ERA for the Ramblers.
That's only because I came in for Eric.
Righty digs in from the rubber. And that first pitch misses high for ball 1.
My bad.
To Ben Soa. And that pitch fouled away. Even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike on Soa. And that pitch is fouled out of play to the 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Dragon pitcher. And that pitch misses. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Soa. And Connor Hoffman is on deck for the Dragons. Fultz set for the 2-2. And that pitch misses in the dirt. That'll tilt the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Ben Soa. Three balls, 2 strikes. So we're leading things off here in the bottom of the first for the Dragons. There's the payoff pitch, and that is a fair ball down the third base line, snuck just inside Costello there at third, and Soa is aboard to lead things off for the Dragons. So Ben Soa with the leadoff single, and that'll Connor Hoffman to the plate for the Dragons. Hoffman is Fultz. And that pitch in there for on Connor Hoffman, who did the pitching for yesterday for Warren. Started. Dragons lost a heartbreaker 9-8 to John McClain. That pitch lined into left for a base hit, and it's 2 on and no one out for the Dragons here in the bottom of the first. So 2 on, no one out for the Dragons, and that'll bring Anthony Arrett to the plate, and Cole Constable will go out to have a word with his pitcher, Fultz. All right, so 2 on, no out. Arrett up for the Dragons against Fultz. Back-to-back singles. So with the runner at second, Hoffman at first. Fultz looks in, has a sign. Eric showing bunt. Eric gets it down. That is a fair ball. Luke Costello up with it, throws on to first for the out. 5-3 goes to sacrifice. Runners now on second and third for the Dragons, and one away.
Grange, Lime, and Stone, located 10 miles west of.
Sorry about that, folks. All right, so second and third, 1 out, and C.J. Wyman will dig in for the Dragons against Fultz. Fultz working from the stretch. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1 on the Dragon first baseman, or it's Owen Blum, excuse me, not C.J. Wyman. Blum, the designated hitter, takes strike one. It's 0-1. 0-1 on Owen Blum. Fultz. Fultz has a sign. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from Constable, but he retrieves it quickly, and I think Soa thought about it, but ultimately decides to stay at third. So 0-2 the count on Blum. Big spot here. Runners on second and third, and one away. Fultz set for the 0-2 to Blum. Blum fouls that. Oh, Sprickman gives it a look, but it's going to go out of play and stays 0-2 on Owen Blum. Gio Alinsky is on deck for the Dragons. Scoreboard should be updated now. Sorry about that. It's having a little audio issue. Want to make sure that was working okay. Here's the 0-2 from Fultz to Blum. And that's in the bird. Soa will break for the plate this time, and he will score, and the Dragons are on the board. Soa comes across on the wild pitch, and it's 2-1. So Dragons are on the board. Hoffman goes to third on the play, and the count is 1-2 on Blum. All right, so Blum now with the runner on third, 1 out, 1-2. And that's strike three called. Fultz, K's, Blum, and there are now two away here in the bottom of the first, excuse me. Gio Alinsky will step in, the catcher, batting fifth in the lineup for Warren here this afternoon. Faces Fultz with a runner on third and two away. Fultz has a sign from the stretch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hoffman, the runner at third, singled. Soa across on the wild pitch. That's where we stand. It's 2-1 prep. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. And that pitch misses for a ball. It's 1 ball and 1 strike on Alinsky. Fultz has a sign set for the 1-1. And that pitch just misses outside. 2 balls and a strike on Gio Alinsky. Aiden Zadarko would bat if the inning continues. And that pitch misses away. So Alinsky ahead in the count now, 3 balls and a strike. Hoffman, the runner at third. 2 away. Fultz has a sign. Swing and a miss, and the count runs full on Alinsky. Fultz, a Clemson commit. Again, just this Rambler team just loaded with talent. As Fultz gets back on the rubber, works from the stretch, set for the payoff pitch to Alinsky. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that'll do it here in the bottom of the first. The Dragons get one of those runs back. After one, it's Cathedral Prep 2, Warren 1. We'll be back. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Clarion Printing, a full-service commercial printer since 1968, offers everything from design to completion with fast turnaround times and competitive prices. Clarion Printing offers things from digital to offset printing, large format banners and signage, and even vinyl and silk screening. Shipping daily with UPS, Clarion Printing can take care of you no matter where you live. Find out more at clarionprinting.com. For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back. It's 2-1 to Cathedral Prep over Warren as we get set for the top of inning number 2. Due up for the Ramblers be the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Andrew Malik, John Cauchan, and Joey Spano against Ben Soa, the Dragon lefty. John Cauchan and Joey Spano against and Soa finishes warm-up tosses here. And Malik will dig in. Book on Andrew Malik comes in hitting 280, 2 triples, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs for the Rambler left fielder as he digs in against Soa to lead things off here in the top of inning number 2. Wind and the pitch. And that's on the inside corner for strike one, and we're underway here in the top of the second. Malik, Canisius commit. That ball misses. One ball and one strike. Canisius, of course, where Warren coach Andrew Morrison's younger brother Aiden began his college career before transferring to Mercyhurst. Soa set for the 1-1 to Malik. And that misses high. It's 2 balls and a strike on Andrew Malik. Again, John Cauchan to follow against Ben Soa. And that pitch misses high. It's 3 balls and a strike on Malik. Malik ahead in the count here, awaiting the 3-1 from Soa. And that pitch misses outside, and for the second consecutive inning, the Ramblers have a leadoff walk. As John Cauchan will step to the plate. Cauchan hitting .310, 11 RBIs, 3 triples, 2 doubles. He's heading to IUP to play football with John Cauchan. And that pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. So Soa having a little trouble finding the zone here as Malik gets his lead off of first. The 1-0, and that pitch is fouled away, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike on John Cauchan. Cauchan playing right field for the Ramblers. Soa set. The 1-1 pitch. Showing bunt and taking off on the play is Malik, and he's going to slide in safely with the stolen base. So Malik in the scoring position, 2-1 the count. Wind and the pitch, and that misses low. 3 balls and a strike on Caution. Joey Spano is on deck. So it's set for the 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count up at 3 balls and 2 strikes on Caution. Malik walked and stole second, and that's where he's at. Here with no one out in the bottom of the top of the second. And Caution calls time. It's granted by the home plate umpire. So it stays right on the rubber, working from the stretch and set for the payoff pitch. And that pitch misses high for ball 4, and there are 2 runners on now for the Ramblers, and Joey Spano coming to the plate. So Spano will dig in with runners on first and second, and Prep in business with no one out. Spano, the number 9 hitter in the order, and we're going to get a pitching change here as Coach Andrew Morrison indicated that we might see several pitchers for the Dragons, again, who played yesterday in a 9-8 loss to General McLean. We're going to take a break while this pitching change takes place. We'll be right back. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg. Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel, as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
All right, welcome back. Cathedral Prep 2, Warren 1, runners on first and second, no one out here in the top of the second. And taking over on the mound for the Dragons will be Aiden Zadarko. And Soa moves to center field. Arrett now in right field. Carson Farr now in left field for the Dragons. Those are your changes for Warren. Spano showing bunt, pulls back. Both runners take off, and it's going to be a double steal for Prep. And now 2 runners in scoring position and nobody out for the Ramblers as the count 1-0 on Joey Spano. Spano committed to pit. Winding the pitch from Zadarko. That misses low and inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes on the Prep shortstop, Joey Spano Jr. Top of the order will be coming up after Spano, Nick Jackson. Zadarko's 2-0 is skied into center. Soa makes the play. Tagging at third is Malik, and he will score on the sacrifice fly. It's 3-1 Prep. So sacrifice fly from Spano, and the Ramblers have their third run of the game. Cauchan now at second, and the top of the order, due up, and Nick Jackson. Jackson facing Zadarko. Jackson walked and scored back in the first. And that pitch in there on the outside corner, first strike. It's 0-1 on Nick Jackson. Nick's brother Luke playing for Mercyhurst as they open the PSAC tournament today against Westchester. That game actually scheduled to get underway right about now. And taking off for third, and he will be there without a throw, is Cauchan as that ball misses. So Cauchan into third with a stolen base. And the count even on Nick Jackson. Swing and a miss, strike two. Zadarko pulled the string on him there. He's heading the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Cole Constable is on deck. And no pitch. We had time called before the pitch was thrown. No, balk, excuse me. Thank you, guys. Balk. And Cauchan will cross the plate as Zadarko never came set there. And it's 4-1 Ramblers. Now 2-2, no one on now, 4-1. And that pitch is skied. Second baseman Burdine underneath it. And he'll squeeze it for out number 2. So the run came across on the balk. Jackson is retired, and that'll bring Cole Constable to the plate for the Ramblers with 2 outs and no one on. Constable digs in against Aiden Zadarko. Came on in relief of Ben Soa. And that pitch gets a piece of Constable, and he's aboard now with 2 outs, and that'll bring Andrew Costello to the plate. So 4-1 Ramblers. Constable now the runner at first. Costello reached on a fielder's choice. Was credited with an RBI on the play and had 2 steals and scored a run back in the first. Costello will face Zadarko for the first time here with 1 on and 2 out. Constable. And there's a pickoff throw, and Constable dives back into first. And Prep coming in with a record of 14-0, 9-0 in Region 5, 1-4-10, 2-9 in Region 5. As Andrew Costello digs back in. Here's the pitch. Oh, another pickoff attempt, and again diving back as Constable. So Zadarko keeping a close eye on Constable there at first base. Wants to avoid him getting to scoring position here with 2 outs if he can. Constable out to a nice sized lead once again. And he takes off. Pitch is called a strike. Throw down to second. And not in time as Constable is in with the stolen base. So close play at second, but Constable in there. Into scoring position with 2 outs. Andrew Costello with an opportunity here. Zadarko from the stretch. Again, a big lead off second from Constable. And that pitch in the dirt. Even things up on the Rambler second baseman, Andrew Costello. The freshman, a super talented ball player is Andrew Costello. Again, already committed to Wake Forest. Zadarko now back on the rubber. Costello back in the box, and we're set for the 1-1 pitch. Pitch is popped into foul territory. And over this way, it gets out of play. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So 1-2 to count on Costello. The runner on second, Constable, he was hit by a pitch and stole second with 2 outs. 2 runs across here in the second inning for Prep. Darko comes set and ready for the 1-2. And that pitch misses high, and Constable again on the move, and he is in there with another stolen base. So the count now even on Costello as Constable with his second stolen base gets himself to third with 2 outs, and the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind and the pitch, and that misses away for ball 4. And there are now runners on the corners and 2 outs. And that will bring Luke Costello to the plate. Costello popped out to first baseman C.J. Wyman back in the first inning. So Costello bats with runners on the corners and 2 away. Oh, no, okay, well, all right. I thought my count was correct. That was only ball 3. My count showed 2-2. And that actually was the right count, so I feel a little vindicated there. As Andrew Costello will get back into the batter's box with a full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the payoff pitch from Zadarko. And that is lined into left. That's going to get down. Coming across is Constable. On his way to second is Costello with an RBI double. And now on his way to third as the ball gets away. And it's 5-1 Ramblers. So a double, RBI double and an error off the bat of Andrew Costello. And it's now 5-1 Prep with 2 outs in the second. And Luke Costello will dig in now against Zadarko. That ball was just ripped into left. Pitch, and that pitch chopped to third base, and that's unable to make the play there is to Konchuk, and another run will cross the plate, and it's 6-1 Prep. Again, that ball kind of took a wicked hop. RBI single from Luke Costello, and it's 6-1 Ramblers. As Alinsky, the catcher, goes out to have a word with his pitcher, Zadarko, as Jason Fultz, who reached on an error in the first inning, will come up. 4 runs across for Prep here in the second. So 6-1, 2 outs, runner on first, Fultz at the plate. Zadarko comes set. And that pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1 on Fultz. 2 runs in the first, 4 so far in the second for Prep. They lead 6-1. And that pitch gets a piece of Fultz, and there are now 2 runners on. And 2 outs, and that'll bring Braden Sprickman to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He will be the 9th man to bat in the inning for the Ramblers. They look to add on here in the second. Sprickman digs in against Zadarko. The wind and the pitch, and that misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. And these 2 teams played back on April the 15th. It was a 10-0 win in 5 innings for Prep. Sprickman. And kind of an excuse me swing there, and that's going to get through. And coming around to score is Luke Costello on the RBI single by Sprickman, and it's now 7-1. And again, that was Brady Verdine made a diving attempt on that just out of his reach. And it's now 7-1 Prep, as Malik will step to the plate, walk, and scored to start the inning. Again, kind of an excuse me swing there from Sprickman, but got the job done. And that pitch taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Runners on the corners for Prep for Malik. And that pitch is fouled away. That'll even things up at a ball and a strike on the Rambler left fielder, batting with 2 outs here in the top of the second. John Cauchan would bat next. Darko back on the rubber, set to deliver the 1-1 to Malik. And into the second with the stolen base. And again, the Ramblers running it real. There is Sprickman. Now runners on second and third, and 2 away. And that, I think we get another balk here. Yeah. Zadarko never came set. So that's his second balk of the inning. And it's now 8-1 Prep, as crossing the plate is it's a courtesy runner there. It's 8-1. And Zadarko's second balk of the inning. 8-1. And that pitch is ripped into left. It's an RBI single. And it's now 9-1 Ramblers here in the second. 7 runs across. As Malik is aboard with the RBI single, and Cauchan will come up. With Malik on first, Cauchan bats now. And that pitch is ripped into left, foul. So Cauchan, 0-1 the count. Malik, who just had the RBI single, is at first. 0-1 the count. Update the scoreboard. Their runner is on first. The 0-1 is in there. So Zadarko ahead in the count, looking to get out of the inning. 7 runs across for Prep here in the top of the second. Zadarko comes set, ready for the 0-2. And pickoff attempt at first base. Malik dives back. 9-1 Ramblers here in the second inning. Zadarko came on in relief of Ben Soa here in the second. The 0-2. And that pitch misses high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Joey Spano had a sacrifice fly in his first at bat, would bat next. And there goes the runner, and that pitch is fouled away. Count remains 1-2 as Malik was off on the pitch. And Cauchan will dig back in with a count of 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Rambler right fielder. And that pitch is lined foul down the third base side. Remains 1-2 on Cauchan. Malik at first, being held on by Wyman. Lengthy inning here for Zadarko, who came on in relief. Wind in the pitch, and that is driven deep to left. And foul. Watch the vehicles out that direction as Koshan got a hold of that one, but it was foul, and the count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here with 2 outs in the top of the second, Prep leading 9-1. Winding the pitch, and that just misses on the outside corner. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zarco comes set, ready for the 2-2. And strike 3 called, and that will do it in the top of the second. But Prep strikes for 7 runs, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Your score, Cathedral Prep 9, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed. Howdy, rodeo fans! The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine.
Welcome back as we get set for the bottom of inning number 2. Prep leads 9-1, after scoring 7 runs in the top of the second. Due up for Warren, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Aiden Zadarko, Archie Tkonchuk, and C.J. Wyman against Jason Fultz for the Ramblers. The home plate umpire dusts off home plate, and we're set to go here in the bottom of the second. Andy Close here with you for the YDL Sports Network. So glad you're joining us here from wherever you may be watching this afternoon. The sky's a little overcast, but again, temperatures in the high 60s, very, very pleasant. We've had a good week weather-wise here after a rough stretch there, so I think everyone's happy about that, especially all the teams, the kids, the coaches, and the athletic directors. Here we go. Fultz delivers to Zadarko. Swing and a miss, strike 1, and we're underway in the bottom of inning number 2. Zadarko, Tkonchuk, and Wyman against Fultz here in the bottom of the second. 1 swing and a miss, and Fultz brought some heat there, and it's 0-2. And that pitch misses high. That'll even the count, 1-2 the count on Zadarko, who came on to pitch in the second inning, started the game in right field. Fultz set for the 1-2, working quickly. That pitch misses away. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And from Legion Field here in North Warren. And swing and a miss, strike 3. And Fultz strikes out Zadarko to begin the bottom of the second. I want to thank Mark Phillips, State Farm agent in Warren. Wants to wish the Dragons good luck today, and all of our fine sponsors. And that pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count on Archie Tkonchuk, the Warren third baseman. And Fultz getting ahead of hitters here. And that pitch misses for a ball, 1-1. Much better start to this inning for Fultz than the last one when Ben Sowa and Connor Hoffman had back-to-back singles, but he was able to get out of it with just the 1 run allowed. 1-1 pitch is fouled away. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Archie Konchak and C.J. Wyman to follow. Now 1-2 the count on to Konchak. Here's the wind and the pitch. That misses high. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Archie Konchak. And that pitch is chopped foul. Stay 2-2 on to Konchak. And Prep coming in unblemished at 14-0 atop the Region 5 standings. 9-0 in region play. Both set with the 2-2 to Konchak. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Constable will throw on to first to complete the strikeout. And there are 2 away here in the bottom of the second on back-to-back strikeouts by Jason Foltz. They'll bring C.J. Wyman, big number 34, to the plate for Warren, wearing their home whites. Prep orange uniforms with the black trim. Pitch to Wyman, misses low for ball 1. It's 1-0. On C.J. Wyman, Brady Burdine would follow. Here's the 1-0. Called strike 1. Strike on fastball there at the top of the zone from Foltz. As he looks to have a 1-2-3 bottom of the second. Wind in the pitch, and that pitch misses inside. It's 2 balls and a strike on C.J. Wyman. Wyman digs back in as Foltz had stepped off the rubber momentarily. Now he's set with the 2-1 to the Dragon first baseman, C.J. Wyman. Wyman checks his swing, and he's ahead in the count now. 3 balls and 1 strike on a ball in the dirt. Again, Brady Burdine would follow. And that pitch misses high and away, and Wyman is aboard with the 2-out walk. And that'll bring Brady Burdine to the plate. Warren's number 1 pitcher playing second base here this afternoon. Pitched earlier in the week. Foltz will now work from the stretch. Wyman the runner at first. And that pitch misses low. Burdine able to check his swing. It's 1 ball and no strikes on Brady Burdine. Burdine also, brother Ben, also a part of that Mercyhurst University team along with Nick Jackson's brother Luke. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 1-1. And they're playing Westchester, first round of the PSAC baseball tournament down at Slippery Rock this afternoon. Here's the wind and the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Burdine as Foltz looks to work around the 2-out walk to Wyman. Wind and the pitch, and strike 3 called on the inner half on Brady Burdine, and that'll do it for inning number 2. We head to the third. Cathedral Prep 9, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy. Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Welcome back as we get set for the top of inning number 3. Due up for Cathedral Prep will be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters, Joey Spano, Nick Jackson, and Cole Constable. And I believe this is still Aiden Zadarko on the mound for Warren. It is. So Zadarko came on in relief of Ben Soa in the second. He will be on here again in the third as he finishes up his warm-up tosses. And Spano will get set to dig in here against Zadarko. Getting Prep sent 11 men to the plate in that 7-run second inning. Spano sacrificed fly in his first plate appearance. Spano shows bunt and has to get out of the way as that pitch missed high and tight from Zadarko. It's 1-0. So 1-0 the count on Spano. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. It's 1-1 on the Rambler shortstop. Again, Nick Jackson to follow. Zadarko set for the 1-1 to Spano. And that pitch misses inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Ramblers batting here in the top of the third, leading 9-1. Zadarko set for pitch to Spano and swing and a foul. It even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The home plate umpire will take a quick walk as Alinsky gets the ball back to Zadarko. Zadarko set for the 2-2 to Spano. And that pitch is lined up the middle, a base hit. And that ball just snuck through second baseman or shortstop Hoffman, unable to get there. And it's a leadoff single for Spano. And that'll turn things around to the top of the order. And Nick Jackson, Nick 0 for 1, has walked and scored a run for the Ramblers. Watch for Spano as he's likely to take off here. Zadarko comes set. And that pitch gets a piece of Jackson, and it's 2 on and no one out for Prep here in the top of the third. That'll bring Cole Constable to the plate. Cole was hit by a pitch, scored a run last time up. A Maryland commit, Cole Constable, the Rambler catcher, digs in against Zadarko. And that pitch misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Two on, no out. Constable up 1-0 the count. Wind and the pitch. And that misses away. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Andrew Costello is on deck. Here comes Zadarko's 2-0. And that is popped, and that is going to get foul and out of play. Wyman, first baseman, gave it a look. And the count now 2-1 on Cole Constable. Constable resets, gets back in the box, and awaits the 2-1 pitch from Zadarko. Spano, the runner on second, Jackson at first. And that pitch misses low. And Constable heading the count now 3 balls and a strike. Wind and the 3-1. And that pitch in there for a strike, and we have a double steal. And going to third is Spano, and to second is Jackson, and the count now full on Constable. So again, Prep very aggressive here running the bases this afternoon. Now 2 runners in scoring position and a full count on Constable. Wind the pitch. And Constable has to duck out of the way of that one. It's ball 4, and the bases are full of ramblers here with no one out in the top of the third. And we're going to get a pitching change here if it's just a mound visit. As Warren coach Andrew Morrison comes out, and let's see what we have here. Gio Olinsky gives his pitcher Zadarko a fist bump, and he will remain in the game. Wheels Zadarko. Bases full, no one out, and Andrew Costello will step to the plate. Costello has a fielder's choice RBI in his first at bat, and RBI double in his second at bat. Zadarko. And that pitch to Costello was on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Spano, the runner at third. Jackson at second. Constable at first. And it's Andrew Costello against Aiden Zadarko. 0-1 is chopped foul, and Zadarko ahead in the count now. No balls and 2 strikes. So 0-2, Zadarko heading the count. Costello digs back in. There's the wind and the pitch. And that misses away. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Andrew Costello. Luke Costello would follow. And Andrew considered one of the elite prospects in his class nationally, and that ball misses in the dirt. 2-2. On the Rambler second baseman. Batting with the bases loaded, no one out here in the top of the third. Zadarko set for the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and a big first out for Aiden Zadarko as he gets Andrew Costello swinging, and there's one away. We'll bring Luke Costello to the plate, 1 for 2 RBI single in his last at bat. Bases loaded now, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Zadarko. And Costello rips that one to third, and it's a race to the bag. And getting there is Tkaczek for out number 2. A run crosses the plate on the fielder's choice, and it's 10-1 Prep now with 2 outs in the third. So Luke Costello's second RBI brings in Spano. Jackson is erased. Constable down to second. Runners on first and second, 2 out now, and Jason Foltz looking to help out his own cause. Hit by a pitch in his last at-bat plate appearance. And that pitch misses low in the dirt for ball 1. One and 0 the count. Luke Costello at first, Cole Constable at second. Wind and the pitch. And that pitch is roped into left, a base hit. 1 run will cross. And the throw into third and sliding in there safely is Luke Costello, and going to second is Foltz, and it's now 11-1 on the RBI single from Foltz. So the inning continues, and run number 11 across the plate for Prep. Their second this inning. It's 11-1, and Braden Sprickman will step in 1 for 2 with an RBI single in his last at bat. Sprickman digs in against Zadarko. 2 on, 2 out, 2 across here in the third for Prep. And in the pitch, and that misses low. It's 1-0 on Braden Sprickman. Should the inning continue, Andrew Malik would hit next. The 1-0, and that misses in the dirt. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Sprickman batting with 2 outs here in the top of the third. There's the wind and the pitch. And that misses high. Sprickman way ahead in the count now. It's 3 balls and no strikes on the Rambler first baseman. And that pitch in there for a strike at the top of the zone. It's 3-1. Zadarko set for the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Sprickman got Sprickman out in front there, and the count runs full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch coming from Zadarko to Sprickman. And Sprickman just got a piece there to stay alive. It remains 3-2. Sprickman back in the box, set for another payoff pitch from Zadarko. And that pitch is lined just foul down the third base line. Again, stays 3-2. Good battle here between Zadarko and Sprickman here with 2 outs in the top of the third. 2 runs across for Prep in the inning. There's the wind and the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Alinsky tags Sprickman to complete the strikeout. And we head to the bottom of the third. Your score, Cathedral Prep 11, Warren 1. You're watching high school softball on the YDL, high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
It's that time of year where the weather tests our sanity. But better days lie shortly ahead. Nature will welcome us back to enjoy its sweet chorus, and sparkling waters will engulf us and rejuvenate our souls. There will be countless adventures and awesome opportunities, and most importantly, quality time with those we love. We welcome you to enjoy some of life's great experiences in Warren County, where we have been enjoying the great outdoors since 1819. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Simple, pure, real.
Clarion Printing, a full-service commercial printer since 1968, offers everything from design to completion with fast turnaround times and competitive prices. Clarion Printing offers things from digital to offset printing, large format banners and signage, and even vinyl and silk screening. Shipping daily with UPS, Clarion Printing can take care of you no matter where you live. Find out more at clarionprinting.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back as we get set for the bottom of inning number 3. Cathedral Prep looking to stay unbeaten as they lead Warren by a score of 11-1. Due up for the Dragons, it'll be the top of the order. Ben Soa, Connor Hoffman, and Anthony Arrett against Jason Fultz. Fultz finishes his warm-up tosses. Soa, the lefty, will dig in. He's 1 for 1, singled and scored a run back in the first. Came around to score on a wild pitch, did Ben Soa. As Cole Constable gets set behind the plate, and we are set to go here in the bottom of the third. Fultz winds and the fire. And that pitch in there on the outside corner for a strike to lead things off here to Soa in the bottom of inning number 3. And Connor Hoffman to follow. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2. I want to thank Mark Phillips, State Farm, hoping to bring you today's broadcast. Swing and a miss, and Fultz gets Soa on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 6 for Fultz, and there's one away here in the bottom of the third. Connor Hoffman will step to the plate. He's 1 for 1. Singled in the first. And that pitch, a beauty on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Hoffman digs into 0-1 from Fultz. Almost exact same spot. It's 0-2. And just perfectly located here from Jason Fultz. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So back-to-back strikeouts, and they're quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the third. They'll bring Anthony Arrett to the plate. Arrett put down a very good sacrifice bunt back in the first. The left-handed hitter will dig on with 2 outs and no one on here in the third. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and potential immaculate inning in play here for Jason Fultz. If he could get Eric to strike out on this pitch. And check swing, he does. Constable tags Eric. That is an immaculate inning for Jason Fultz. Strikes out the side on 9 pitches. We head to the 4th, so how about that? It's Cathedral Prep 11, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
With locations in Shippenville and Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook. Hi, Chris Rossetti here from D9and10sports.com. I wanted to take a second to tell you about one of the best restaurants in all of Western Pennsylvania, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA. With indoor and outdoor dining, you can enjoy prime rib all weekend long, or perhaps it is their full wings served on Thursday wing nights that you're after. From celebrating a special occasion to hanging out with family and friends, the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg is the place to be. As they like to say, you come for the food and you stay for the view. Reserve your table today at AlleghenyGrill.com.
All right, welcome back as we get set for the top of Inning number 4 here on the YDL Sports Network. Cathedral Prep leading Warren by a score of 11-1. Due up for the Dragons, or due up for the Ramblers, excuse me, will be 7-8-9. Andrew Malik, John Koshan, and Joey Spano against Owen Blum now on to pitch for the Dragons. Blum was the Dragons' designated hitter. He now goes to the mound as he finishing his warm-up tosses here. So Owen Blum will be the third pitcher of the game for Warren. Ben Soa started the game. Aiden Zadarko came on in relief in the second. And now Blum will be on the mound here to begin inning number 4, where the Dragons Prep scored 2 runs in the first, 7 in the second, and 2 in the third. Warren scored its lone run of the game in the first inning. As Blum finishes his warm-up tosses here, again, Andy Close with you for the YDL Sports Network. I want to thank you for tuning in wherever you may be watching. Glad to bring you the action here from Legion Field in North Warren this afternoon. So we crossed the 5 o'clock hour, about quarter after the hour. And again, Blum will be facing Malik, Koshan, and okay, we're going to have a change here for the Ramblers, I do believe. As Noah Loria will dig in. He will bat for Malik. Here to lead things off in the top of the 4th. So Loria, 2 hits and 2 at-bats at the varsity level so far this season. And the pitch from Blum, and that's chopped foul, and we're underway here in the top of the 4th. Koshan and Spano to follow. Blum set for the 0-1. And that pitch is hit pretty well into left center. Soa will make a running catch, and there's one away. So Loria put a good charge into that one, but Soa able to track it down for the first out here in the top of the 4th. And Koshan will dig in against Owen Blum with 1 out, no one on here in the top of the 4th. The line from Blum. And that pitch misses away. It's 1-0. Koshan, Spano on deck. 11-1 Prep here in the top of the 4th. And that pitch misses high. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0 the count. Blum in his first inning of work for the Dragons. And that ball is hit into left. Arrett squeezes it for out number 2, and quickly 2 away here in the top of the 4th as the Dragons look for their first 1-2 inning today, and Spano will dig in. Spano had a sacrifice fly in the second, singled, stole a base, and scored in the third. So Spano bats with 2 outs and no one on here in the top of the 4th. Wind and the pitch. And that pitch misses low. It's 1-0. On Spano, should he reach, Nick Jackson would follow. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that misses high and away. 2 balls and no strikes on Spano. Got a pair of productive at-bats here this afternoon. Batting with 2 out, no one on here in the top of the 4th. Here's the 2-0. And Blum kind of spikes that one in front of home plate. Spano way ahead in the count now. 3 balls and no strikes. Spano back in the box awaiting the 3-0 from Blum. And that pitch in there for strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Spano. Blum. Wind and 3-1. That pitch popped. Blum has it, and he squeezes it for out number 3. And so Warren has its first 1-2-3 inning of the day. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Cathedral Prep 3-11, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Howdy, rodeo fans. The 63rd Annual North Washington Rodeo is scheduled for August 15th through the 19th. Come see your favorite events, including bronc riding, barrel racing, bull riding, and more. Gates open at 6 p.m. with the show starting at 8. Come early and eat dinner in the social hall between 4 and 7. Nightly specials will be offered. Can't make dinner? No problem. There'll be lots of concession options available during the show. Grounds are located at 2225 Oneida Valley Road in Petrolia, Pennsylvania. For more information, visit northwashingtonvfd.com/rodeo. The show goes on, rain or shine. Are you hungry? Of course you're hungry. And Daddy's on Main Street in Clarion is ready to tackle that hunger for you. Serving amazing food since 2008, Daddy's has been Clarion's go-to stop whenever hunger strikes. Whether it's a good old-fashioned hot dog or hamburger, a salad, or something from their rotating chef's menu. Yes, I said rotating chef's menu. Daddy has you covered. You can order ahead by calling 814-223-4687 or come on in and dine in. Have a big event you are catering? Daddy's can do that too. Like Daddy's on Facebook at Daddy's Clarion and stop in today. You won't be disappointed.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Welcome back as we get set for the bottom of inning number 4. Cathedral Prep leading Warren 11-1. We're going to have some changes here for the Ramblers. We'll get those to you here momentarily. John Koshan now in the game playing first base. And we'll get the rest of the changes there for you momentarily. As Owen Blum will lead things off. Against Fultz. And that pitch fouled away for strike 1. We're underway in the bottom of the 4th. Again, we'll get you those changes here momentarily for the Dragons, or for the Ramblers, excuse me. Blum digs back in. 0-1 the count. And that pitch is up the middle, a base hit for Owen Blum, and the Dragons have their leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the 4th. So Gorchinski will come in to play second for Prep. Koshan over to first, Oblick into right field, and Friedman is in center, and Loria in left. The changes for the Ramblers. So Loria, Friedman, and Oblick left to right, and Gorchinski now at second base, and Koshan at first for the Ramblers. Your changes there as Gio Alinsky will step in for the Dragons. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. On Gio Alinsky. Gio 0-for-1 struck out in his first at-bat. And that pitch misses just high. 1 ball and 1 strike on Gio Alinsky. Franklin, the pitch runner at first for Blum. 1-1 pitch misses low. It's 2 balls and a strike on Gio Alinsky. Aiden Zadarko to follow for the Dragons. Or no, I think we're going to get a change there, so we'll wait and see on that. That pitch fouled away, and it'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes on Linsky as both teams making some changes here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 2-2. And Linsky kind of has to duck out of the way of that one, and the count runs full. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner on first, no one out here in the bottom of the 4th. Payoff pitch, and that misses low and away, and Warren has 2 on and no out here in the bottom of the 4th. All right, so Andrew Neal will bat for Zadarko here with 2 on and no one out here in the bottom of the 4th. Some early action for the Dragons. Fultz. Strike 1. It's 0-1. Fultz pumping it up there in the upper 80s, velocity-wise. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2 on Neal. So Fultz way ahead in the count here, 0-2. Single and a walk for the Dragons here to begin the bottom of the 4th. And that pitch is fouled away. Stays 0-2 on Andrew Neal. Archie Tkonchuk is on deck. So Fultz back on the rubber, set to deliver the 0-2 to Andrew Neal. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him out in front, and there's 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th, and it'll bring Archie Tkonchuk to the plate. Archie, a strikeout victim of Fultz, back in the 2nd. Strikeout number 9 for Jason Fultz here with 1 away in the bottom of the 4th. Fultz shakes off Constable. Now he's got the one he wants. That pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Fultz set for the 0-1 to Tkonchuk. Swing and a miss. He blew a fastball by him there. It's 0-2. C.J. Wyman is on deck. Fultz set for the 0-2 to Tkonchuk. And Tkonchuk stays alive, stays 0-2. Franklin, the runner at second, courtesy running for Blum. Linsky is at first. And that pitch misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on the Dragon catcher, Archie Tkonchuk, the Dragon third baseman. Alinsky on first after the walk. And that pitch misses high. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The temperature starts to dip just a little bit here from Legion Field. Very pleasant afternoon here. Two just misses, and the count runs full from 0-2 to 3-2 on Archie Tkonchuk. Runners on first and second, 1 away. Here comes the payoff pitch from Fultz. And Tkonchuk stays alive, so a good battle going on here. Count remains full on Archie Tkonchuk. C.J. Wyman to follow for the Dragons. Franklin at second, Alinsky at first. Here comes another payoff pitch from Fultz to Tkaczuk. And there's a ground ball, 6-4, and they will not get the double play, but they do get the lead runner as they're now 2 away on the fielder's choice from Tkaczuk. Alinsky erased at second base. Franklin, the courtesy runner, over to third. Runners now on the corners, 2 away, and that'll bring C.J. Wyman to the plate for the Dragons. Wyman walked his first time up. And that pitch on the inside corner for a strike. It's 0-1. Fultz, 4 2/3 innings to this point. Steps off the mound. Now he's back on and set to deliver the 0-1 pitch to Wyman. And that pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-2. Should Wyman reach, Brady Burdine would follow. Check of the runner at first, and Wyman calls time. It's granted by the home plate umpire. And here comes the 0-2 to C.J. Wyman. And that pitch misses high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes on the Dragon first baseman. And runners on the corners here as Warren looks to strike here in the 4th. Fultz looking to get out of it. And that pitch misses. It's even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On C.J. Wyman. Fultz from the stretch. Set to deliver, 2-2. Strike 3 called, and that'll do it here in the bottom of the 4th. We head to the 5th after Fultz's 10th strikeout of the game. It's Cathedral Prep 11, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery, located at 2043 Pennsylvania Avenue East in Warren. We offer screen printing and embroidery on apparel, as well as graphic design, web design, photography, and custom frames, and specialize in youth fundraisers. We also offer photography services and custom frames. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyink.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Yep. Welcome back as we get set for the top of inning number 5. It's Cathedral Prep 11, Warren 1 as we get set for inning number 5. And Warren would need to get closer than its current 10-run deficit to extend the game beyond the 5th inning as Derek Friedman will dig in now in the leadoff spot against Owen Blum on second inning of work. Blum's first pitch in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Cole Constable to follow. The 0-1 from Owen Blum to Friedman.
And that pitch misses now, even falls up at 1 ball and 1 strike. And that pitch misses for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike on Friedman. Blum had a 1-2 set that one apart. For Jackson. It's 2 balls and a strike on Friedman. That's in there for the count. Oh, it's 3-2. Friedman leading things off top of the fifth. That's it. That pitch is side to right, and the catch is not made out there. So Friedman is taking the second, and he's aboard to begin the top of the fifth. Andrew Neal out there in third base. So runner on second, no one out, and that'll bring Cole Constable to the plate. Constable walked and scored, or no, yeah, Cole Constable is one of those guys that remains in the game. The catcher walked and scored his last plate appearance. Constable rips that one deep and gone. Cole Constable with a bomb to center, and it's 13-1 Prep. There was no doubt about that one off the bat of Cole Constable. My goodness. Cole Constable, the senior, be heading to the University of Maryland next season. Hits a rocket shot to straightaway center, and it's 13-1 Prep here in the fifth. Gorchinski now. Dominic Gorchinski will dig in for the Ramblers. Again, that's some serious pop there off the bat of Cole Constable. And that pitch misses 2-0. So Cole Constable is a 2-run home run. It's 13-1 Prep. So no one out here in the fourth. There's the wind and the pitch, and that misses high. And Gorchinski away ahead in the count now, 3-0. Gorchinski ahead in the count now, 3-0. Here's the wind and the pitch from Blum. That's in there for a strike. It's 3-1. On Gorchinski. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Blum. And that misses high, and Gorchinski is aboard after the Constable home run here in the top of the fifth. Luke Costello will dig in now for Prep. 2 for 3, pair of singles and RBIs for Costello. Blum will now work from the stretch. And that pitch misses high to Costello. It's 1-0. Foltz would bat next. He will bat next with no one out. Blum, a check of the runner, Gorchinski at first. Now set for the 1-0. That pitch is fouled away. That'll even things up.
at 1 ball and 1 strike. Very pleasant afternoon here, Wednesday afternoon from Legion Field in North Warren as Costello will have a word here with Coach Josh Constable. And he digs back in now, and Blum back on the rubber, set for the 1-run pitch to Luke Costello. Check of the runner at first. Blum from the stretch. And that pitch misses for a ball. It's 2-1. Costello, a solid day at the plate thus far for Prep. Blum set for the 2-1. And that pitch is crushed. Another 2-run home run. This one off the bat of Luke Costello. I apologize for the pause there. I was just looking, wait and see where that ball was going to land. My goodness. Luke Costello with a 2-run home run, and it's now 15-1 Prep. So Costello now 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. And again, just it's deep and gone when there's basically like no movement from the outfielders. That ball was just tattooed from Costello. And we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Prep. That for you here momentarily. A couple roster changes. Jay Flanagan will dig in now, batting for Fultz. So Flanagan will bat here. Still no one out. And that pitch misses high for ball 1. So Constable, the Maryland commit, and Costello, the Wake Forest commit, both with 2-run home runs in the inning for Prep. And Blum spikes that pitch. It's 2-0. So Flanagan ahead in the count here, 2-0 on Blum, batting with no one on, no one out here in the top of the 5th. And that pitch misses high. And Flanagan ahead now in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Blum back on the rubber, set for the 3-0. And that pitch misses low, and that's a 4-pitch walk. I'll bring Dan Oblick to the plate. He'll bat for Sprickman. 15-1 Prep. No one out here in the top of the 5th. Again, Constable and Luke Costello with 2-run home runs here in the inning for the Ramblers. Pitch, and that just misses low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes on Oblick. Gloria on deck. Again, 5 changes here across the lineup for Prep. Yeah, pitch in there for a strike from Blum. It's 1-1. Again, Prep 15 runs as they look to go to 15-0 here, unblemished on the season. The wind and the pitch from Blum. That's in there for a strike. Ball gets away from the catcher Snyder, and going down to second is Flanagan. 1-2 to count. On Oblick.
Blum taking his time. Now he's back on the rubber, set to deliver the 1-2 pitch. And that pitch misses. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Comes the 2-2 pitch from Owen Blum. That's chopped foul, stays 2-2. And this prep team certainly with very high expectations. Just have about a week and a half to go here in the regular season before the postseason begins. And I think they certainly have the talent, obviously, to make a very deep playoff run. That pitch misses, and it's now 3 balls and 2 strikes as Flanagan will hold there at second base. Joe Flanagan. And Oblick now with a 3-2 count. Blum set to deliver the payoff pitch. And that is a foul ball. So we'll do it again. Konchak gave it a look over there, but ball was foul. Again, for prep, 2 runs in the first, 7 in the second, 2 in the third, and 4 across here in the fifth for the Ramblers. Blum gets back on the rubber. Oblick gets back in the box, set for another payoff pitch. The wind and the fire. And that's ball 4. So now 2 on. Still no one out here for prep. In the top of the fifth. I believe this is going to be Blum for the remainder. Oblick walks, and that'll bring Noah Loria to the plate. He flew out to center in his first at-bat in the fourth. Yeah, pitch in there for a strike to Loria on the inside corner from Blum. It's 0-1. Blum gets a sign set for the 0-1 to Loria. Swing, and that is going to be a fair ball, and no one's over at first base. Did Wyman beat him to the bag? Did not, so the bases are now loaded. Again, Wyman had to try and get over there himself. Blum didn't get over there to cover, so the result is a base hit, and the base is now full of Ramblers. This is not Koshan. We're going to get another pinch hitter here. This is Friedman. And Friedman takes a strike. Davin Friedman. It's 0-1 as he bats for Koshan. Whoop. Blum set for the 0-1 pitch. That ball in the dirt. Good block there by Snyder. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Blum back on the rubber and set for the 1-1 pitch. 15-1 Ramblers here in the top of the fifth. And that pitch misses low. 2-1. So 2-1 on Friedman. Spano on deck. And that pitch in there for a strike. That'll even things up at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Friedman. 15-1 prep batting with no one out. Bases loaded here in the top of the fifth.
And that pitch chopped foul. Stays 2-2 on Friedman. Here from Legion Field in Warren, 15-1 Ramblers in the top of the 5th. In the extended top of the 5th, there's still no one out. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Blum gets Friedman for the first out of the inning. And we're going to get another change here for the Ramblers. Spano will not hit here in the 9 spot. Will be Jacob Koshan. Will bat in the 9 spot for Spano. As Warren coach Andrew Morrison comes out to have a word with Blum. This is a quick one. Jogs back to the dugout. So one away, bases loaded. Jacob Koshan will bat for Spano here on the number 9 spot in the order for prep. Blum back on the rubber. Koshan digs in. The wind and the pitch. And that pitch misses high. It's 1-0. Blum again, a lengthy inning here as Koshan, the 9th man to bat, with one away here in the 5th. And that pitch misses high. It's 2-0. The count on Koshan. Here comes the pitch from Blum. And that is called a ball. 3-0. Nowhere to put him. Koshan ahead in the count here. The count. The wind and the pitch. And that's in there for a strike from Blum as he looks to battle his way back. It's 3-1. Here's the 3-1 from Blum. And that is a little fister, and it's going to be caught by Burdine for out number 2. So a soft line out that'll turn things back to the top of the order. This will be Derek Friedman batting for the 2nd time this inning. Walked and scored on Constable's home run. So bases loaded now, 2 out. Here's the wind and the pitch. And that misses for a ball. It's 1-0. Blum set for the 1-0 to Friedman. Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Burdine, Soa, and Hoffman will be the scheduled hitters for Warren in the bottom of the 5th. We'll see if we get any changes there. Blum set for the 1-1 to Friedman. And that misses high. It's 2 balls and a strike. Blum back on the rubber, set for the 2-1. Friedman pops that up, and that's out of play. Directly behind us, it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the wind and the 2-2 from Owen Blum. And that misses in the dirt, and the count runs full on Friedman. Bases loaded, full count, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Prep leading 15-1. Lum back on the rubber set for the payoff pitch. Runners off, and that is hit relatively deep into left, and unable to make the play there is Errett, and that'll clear the bases. And it's now 18-1 Ramblers. Again, looked like he had a beat on that ball, but we've seen that a couple of times for the Dragons, as we're going to get a pitching change here for Warren. We're going to take a break and be right back. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Claims happen. Fortunately, you have Gerg Insurance and Financial in your corner. Your family is our family, and we really mean that. So we invite you to get in touch with us and find out for yourself. Gerg Insurance and Financial. Offices in Ridgeway, Warren, and St. Mary's. Call 814-781-1020 for an appointment or a quote today. Gerg Insurance and Financial wants to understand you to help protect you.
Gerg Insurance, caring for you and the things you care for.
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Welcome back, as Carter Cochran will come on to pitch for the Dragons with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Prep leading 18-1. Thompson will dig in now. Swing and a miss, strike one. Again, for Cathedral Prep, this is Donovan Thompson batting for Cole Constable. Strike one from Cochran. Cochran set for the 0-1. That's in their first strike. It's 0-2. The wind and the 0-2. And that pitch misses high, and scampering home, Gloria, and it's 19-1. Prep. So 1-2 the count now on Thompson. Swing and a miss, strike three. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Prep 19, Warren 1. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921. In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Welcome back as we get set for the bottom of inning number 5. It is Cathedral Prep leading Warren by a score of 19-1. Carson Phillips will come on and work the 5th inning for the Ramblers after Jason Fultz went 4 innings. Struck out 10. Very efficient was Fultz. And update, again, lots of connections here in this Prep Warren game. Mercyhurst in the PSAC tournament down Slippery Rock is trailing Westchester 3-1 in the 6th inning. Of course, Joey Spano Jr.'s dad, Joe, the head coach there, and a couple of brothers of guys in this game on that team. Luke Jackson and Ben Burdine, as Brady Burdine fouls that back against his brother Ben, plays for Mercyhurst, as does Nick Jackson's brother Luke. So again, that score 3-1. As Burdine, that's a foul ball, and 0-2. And Warren would need 4 runs to extend the game here. As Burdine bats, count 0-2. Carson Phillips on in relief of Jason Fultz, who went 4 innings for the Ramblers. I think we have an issue getting the baseball back in. We had a number of them go out of play here. As Phillips waits for a baseball here. And now we have a couple. Phillips has one, and he steps back on the rubber against Brady Burdine. 0-2 count. Winding the pitch. Called strike 3, and Burdine goes down on strikes, and there's one away here in the bottom of the 5th. So Ben Silla will now take his cuts against Phillips. With one away and no one on here in the bottom of the 5th. And Soa chops that to second. And that will be out number 2 here in the bottom of the 5th. Dragons down to their last out here. It'll be Connor Hoffman. So Connor Hoffman, 1 for 2, digs in now against Phillips. And Hoffman lines that one to second, and that will do it. The Cathedral Prep Ramblers are a 19-1 winner in 5 innings over the Warren Dragons. We'll jump right into some of our stats here. As Cathedral Prep defeats Warren by a score of 19-1. And again, for the Ramblers, a pair of 2-run home runs off the bat of Cole Constable and Luke Costello. And also for the Ramblers, Nick Jackson with an RBI. Constable scored 3 runs. Andrew Costello 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Luke Costello finished with 4 RBIs. Jason Fultz 1 for 2. Braden Sprickman also had an RBI and a base knock. Andrew Malik 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. And Joey Spano 1 for 2 with an RBI. Fultz got the win. 4 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned 2 walks and 10 strikeouts. Carson Phillips came on and pitched the final inning for Warren. Ben Soa takes the loss. 1 plus inning, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, didn't allow a hit, walked 4 and struck out 1. For Warren, Ben Soa 1 for 3 with a run scored. Connor Hoffman was 1 for 3. and Owen Blum 1 for 2. We're going to take a quick break and be back with our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg Player of the Game. You're watching high school baseball on the YDL Sports Network, powered by the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg.
JT, are you working on something?
Spring is here, and that means grilling season. Mike's Bilo in Reynoldsville has all your grilling needs covered with chicken, steak, pork chops, and more. You can check out all of Mike's Bilo's weekly specials from the comfort of your home at mikesbilo.com, where you will also find online coupons and recipes. Visit Mike's Bilo on South 5th Street in Reynoldsville today. Mike's Bilo's Foods, your friendly hometown supermarket.
Swift Kennedy and Company in DuBois is an independent property and casualty insurance agency and the official insurance agency of Your Daily Local LLC, the parent company of the YDL Sports Network. Founded in 1921 by Patrick J. Swift and Albert D. Kennedy, our success has been built on service and attention to our clients' needs. Our philosophy is service and our hallmark is integrity. Visit Swift Kennedy and Company on the web at swiftkennedyandco.com or call them today at 814-371-5270. Swift Kennedy and Company, insurance with integrity since 1921.
Do you know an athlete who goes above and beyond in competition in their life? One who shows sportsmanship, compassion for others? The Brooks Hugh R. Lebeter Sports Person of the Year Award is made for them. The Brooks Hugh R. Lebeter Sports Person of the Year Award is for a high school athlete who has competed in at least one full season in either District 9 or District 10, and who displays the qualities of being a good person, leader, community-minded, and wanting to make a difference. To donate to the Scholarship Fund or to find out more about the award, go to yourdailylocal.com/BHL Award.
In both baseball and softball, as in bowling, there's nothing better than a perfect strike. And DuBois Lanes on the Beeline in DuBois has been serving up a striking good time for nearly 70 years and is here for all your bowling needs. At DuBois Lanes, we have open bowling, leagues, birthday parties, and other special events, along with a great pro shop. Call today for open bowling hours or to book your next event. 814-371-0344. Check us out online at DuBoisLanes.com. DuBois Lanes is hoping for a striking year for the DCC Cardinals.
Yep.
Say something because I mentioned something that Brett comes in or Cody's.
Oh, yeah. Be careful. They're like peppers and tasers. Look at the taste. I can't. I'm sure.
All right, welcome back. Your final score. Cathedral Prep 19, Warren 1. Joined momentarily by our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game will be Mr. Luke Castillo. Again, the Ramblers 19 runs. Check my book here on 9 hits. Took advantage of 6 errors. And there's Luke. What's that here?
How's it going? Good, how are you? I'm good.
All right, Luke, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on one second. There he is, our player of the game, Allegheny Grill Foxburg player of the game, Luke Costello. Luke, first of all, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Just 15-0. You guys are rolling. What makes this team special?
I think it's the brotherhood that we kind of built in the off season. Everybody together, whether it's in bomb shelter, indoors or outdoors, whatever it is, we built such a strong camaraderie with each of the players, whether it's pitcher, catcher, or everybody in the infield. The things that we do off the field kind of transfer onto the field, which is, I think, the biggest thing for us. And we preach it's the little things. And that's what we do off the field, and it translates into the game. And I think that's the biggest thing outside of baseball that really prepares us to be special this year.
Mm-hmm. And offensively, you guys, we're at it again. You hit the 2-run home run there. Cole hits a 2-run home run. But just up and down the lineup, everyone contributed. Is that part of what makes this offense so good? Is this 1 through 9? There's no weak spot.
100%. I mean, and especially a tribute to the pitching. Like, I think the pitching, especially when we're at home, they'll go out, throw a shutout inning, give the offense confidence to come back into the game and put up a couple runs. But yeah, 1 through 9, we're super solid. Even into the bench, we have so much depth, and it just gives us so much energy to go out on the field. And like, if someone will get out, the next person will come back and pick us right up. So it's such a team sport, and that's why I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. And you talked a little bit there about the pitching. What'd you see from Jason out there today?
Unbelievable. I mean, he's one of the hardest workers you'll ever meet, and he's gotten so many big Division I looks. Whether he's committed to Clemson, and I mean, he's just a special kid. He's a great hitter, great pitcher, great competitor, great teammate, and couldn't ask for more out of him today.
Mm-hmm. And obviously, you guys, 15-0, playing great baseball. Do you feel like you're in a good spot as we hit the last week and a half or so here the regular season?
100%. I think we have a lot of momentum going into the playoffs, and we played great competition so far. Went out to Arizona earlier this year, dominated, and I think we're in a fantastic spot to go compete and make a splash in the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm. And how much are you guys looking forward to that?
Oh, so much. It's going to be hopefully a special run. Like I said, the talent that we have on this team is unlike some that I've ever seen around this town. Around this area. So, the brotherhood is definitely there. We're very energetic going into the playoffs. We're looking forward to it, and hopefully we can, have a good end of the season.
All right, Luke, well, thanks so much. Stick around here just 1 second. We're going to sign off here. Again, your final score in 5 innings, Cathedral Prep 19, Warren 1. Have a great night, everybody.